Sometimes our thoughts become overwhelming, filling every space in our minds with emotion we don't know how to handle. The mind can be a labyrinth, and in the silence, you may find yourself facing your deepest fears. When the storm inside us calms, we realize the peace we've always sought was waiting within. In moments of chaos, it's important to remember that your mind is just a place. Don't let it become your prison. What we think shapes who we are. Choose your thoughts as carefully as you choose your words. Our emotions may be intense, but they are fleeting, like waves crashing on the shore before retreating again. The intensity of our thoughts sometimes makes us forget that we have the power to shift our perspective. In the silence of our thoughts, we discover the depths of who we really are. When we let our minds wander, we often forget to anchor them in the present moment. The mind is a battlefield, but peace can be found through surrender, not through struggle. Our thoughts can sometimes be our greatest enemies or our closest allies. We choose which path to follow. Emotions are like clouds in the sky. They pass, and we are left with clarity. Feeling lost in your thoughts is not a weakness. It's the mind searching for a new way forward. Every storm inside us eventually fades, leaving behind the calm of clarity and understanding. When we face our inner conflicts, we discover the strength to create peace within ourselves. The mind is both a sanctuary and a storm. It's up to us to choose which one we nourish. Thoughts can feel like weights, but it's through letting go that we find freedom. The loudest thoughts often drown out the voice of reason. It's in the quiet moments we hear the truth. Even the most intense emotions will eventually pass. Trust that calm is waiting just beyond the chaos. We are not our thoughts. We are the awareness observing them. And in that space, we find our power. Our thoughts may try to dictate our emotions, but we have the ability to create peace within ourselves. The battle of the mind is fought with acceptance, not resistance. Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones we fight within ourselves, but they are also the ones that lead to the greatest growth. Thoughts may swirl like a tornado, but they cannot touch the core of who we truly are. We all face moments of intense emotions. It's how we navigate through them that defines us. The darkest thoughts can lead to the brightest realizations if we are brave enough to face them. In the moments when our minds race the fastest, it's essential to breathe and return to the present. Thoughts are like passing trains. We don't have to board every one of them. The mind may be a labyrinth, but it's also the path to our own liberation. In the midst of emotional turmoil, Find the stillness within. That is where true healing begins. Emotions can be a storm, but within every storm is the opportunity for growth and understanding. The mind often plays tricks, but it's in the silence that we discover the truth. When overwhelmed by emotions, remember that even the strongest winds will eventually calm. Our thoughts don't define us. They are simply passing visitors. We are the space that holds them. The mind can be both a heavy burden and a light source. It all depends on where we place our focus. In times of inner conflict, remember that peace is not found by fighting, but by accepting and understanding. The noise in our minds is often louder than the truth we carry within. Seek the quiet to find clarity. Emotions can be overwhelming, but they are only temporary. The peace you seek is always within reach. Thoughts are like waves. They crash and fade, leaving the ocean calm again. It's when we stop fighting our thoughts that we begin to find peace in the present moment. The greatest freedom comes when we release the hold our thoughts and emotions have on us. In the quiet of our minds, we can finally hear the whispers of our true selves. Sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is simply allow ourselves to feel without judgment. Emotions are like guests. They come and go, but the house remains the same. The mind is a tool, not a master. It's up to us to guide it toward peace. Even the most turbulent emotions will pass, and in their wake, we'll find a greater understanding of ourselves. Thoughts and emotions are like clouds. They drift by, but we can always choose to focus on the sky. When our minds race, we need to pause and remember that peace is found in stillness. Our thoughts are fleeting. The true self is everlasting. Let go of what is not you. In the moment of turmoil, breathe. There is always clarity waiting on the other side. Feelings can overwhelm, but they are never permanent. Calm always follows the storm. Our thoughts do not define our reality. Our awareness does.